the arts festival in Marrakech. Now, the Marrakech Biennale first took place in 2005. It was set up by Vanessa, Branson and Abel Damoussi. It is the first major trilingual festival in North Africa. It focuses on cutting-edge contemporary visual art, literature and film. It consists of a main visual arts exhibition, other arts exhibitions, installations and happenings, discussions, debates and screenings based in the eclectic venues and settings that Marrakech has to offer. AiM is now known as Marrakech Biennale, first edition 2005. The exhibition of the Wonderful Fund collection opened AiM 2005 at the Museum of Marrakech. This collection of 100 works of contemporary art, purchased by Vanessa Branson and Pruode as curators for the London-based Collectors Group, was exhibited for the first time ever at AiM. The collection was not put together as an investment, but as a platform for discovery and a means of supporting young artists. There were 64 artists representing 17 countries in the collection and included work from artists such as Sarah Lucas, Grayson Perry, Jake Amp, Dinos Chapman, Tracy Emin and Gavin Turk. The fantastic literary program was organized by Pablo Gangulai. Highlights included a panel discussion on the future of English and literature and how the media can play a key role in its promotion, chaired by Jordi Grieg, with author Hanif Kyoishi, Alexandra Pringle, Peter Florence, Simon Prosser, EKOWS and Esther Freud, Anthony Gormley, Annie Lennox and Hari Kunsra, and a conference on the importance of the translation of Arabic literature and poetry in the Western world, and a discussion on the state of Arab literature, featuring Ahmed El Madani, Rabi Mobarak, Susanna Nicklin, Joasi Neelaraj, Tayeb Salah and Mahi Binabin. 2nd edition 2007. The 2007 festival brought together acclaimed writers, directors and artists from across Morocco and the world together in a rich forum of debate and cooperation. It grew in the number of participants and attendees and was coordinated by Claire Azugar. The main visual arts exhibition was of South African photography as well as the L'Appartement 22 project curated by Abdullah Karim. The venues included the Marrakech Museum, ESAV Film School, Royal Theatre, Riyad El Fen, Riyad Magui and Kaysar Agafe. Participants: Jassin Adnan, James Dearden, Fauzi Benzedi, Walter Lassalle, Deborah Mogok, Susan Dahim, Farida Ben Yazid, Josdy Bieber, John Borman, Ruth Charney, Sarah Curtis, William Dalrymple, Ross Douglas, Edmund El Maleh, Hamid Farjad, David Goldblatt, Richard E. Grant, Mohsen Hamid, Sally Hampson, Christopher Hampton, Richard Horowitz, Peter Hugo, Hari Kunsruz, Nick Laird, Santu Mo Foken, Daniel Morden, Zwella Thuem Thethwich, San El Muhol, Sam Neve, Mark Peplow, Simon Prosser, Gabriel Range, Tahir Shah, Hardeep Sinkoli, Zadie Smith, Ian Softly, Mikkel Subotsky, Guy Tillam, Non-Cyclo Veleko, Alan Yentob. 3rd edition 2009. The 3rd edition of the AiM International Biennale 2009, directed by Vanessa Branson and coordinated by Claire Azugar, was launched in November 2009. The main visual arts exhibition, a proposal for articulating works and places, was curated by Abdullah Karim and held in the Palais Bafia. The exhibition premiered works by Francis Alice, Waitio Barada, Loredana Longo and Batel Simi amongst many others. Other events included Julian Fisera and Laurent P. Berger directing the Stories of Order and Disorder, which place storytellers in taxis around the city, a sketch gallery London curated by Victoria Brooks. Giles Round and Mark Ariel Waller bought the project Taverna, a special to an ancient riad in the Medina, Attendees also include Turner nominee Isaac Julian, BBC TV Arts executive Alan Yentob, and Moroccan film director Fawzi Benzedi, actress Kim Cattrall, and artist and filmmaker Julian Schnabel, who took part in many different discussions and debates at venues including ESAV Film School, Riyadh Elfen and Kaysar Agafe. Participants: Adel Abdessamd, Bani Abidi, Jason Adnan, Mark Ariel Waller, Sophia Aguirre, Mustafa Akram, Sobhi Al-Zobaidi, Francis Alice, Noureddin Amir, Alice Anderson, Yuns Barber Ali, Raphael Abaka, Whitey Obarada, Marie-Louise Balabi, Fawzi Benzedi, Rashid Benzine, Laurent P. Berger, Omar Berada, Katrine Borman, John Borman, Frank Bragig and Victoria Brooks, Francois Bucker, Kim Cattrall, Chto Dellert, Thomas Kolako, Stuart Kummer, Claudia Cristovo, Shazad Dawood, Sana El-Aji, Ahmed El-Manouni, Nina Esba, Charles Aschi, Patricia Esquivias, Hamid Farjad, Seamus Farrell, Eric Fellner, James Fenton, Julian Fisera, Pedro Gomez-Agana, Jonah Haji Thomas, Leila Hafian, Sally Hampson, Marius Hansen, John Hillcoat, Churu Kirsch, Fadwa Ryla, Isaac Julian, Abdullah Karam, Bushra Khalili, Hassan Khan, Ju Young Lee, Rebecca Lenkovich, Lordana Longo, Bernard Marcade, James Marsh, Murad Mizouaz, Vincent Mellali, Danny Monahan, Mark Nash, Heidi Nicolaisen, Otto Bongama, Christina Norman, Andrew O'Hagan, Eleanor O'Keefe, Bushra Owaskan, Catherine Ponson, Per Portobello, Alexandra Pringle, Yuns Ramoun, Jose Roca, Charles Rand, Rasha Salti, Jerome Shlomoff, Julian Schnabel, Wael Shawky, Hardeep Sinkoli, Catherine Smith, Ardaf Suif, Anna Steiger, Anzi Zephyr Carlson, Abdullah Naoko Takahashi, Barbara Trapido, Justine Triad, DJ UCEF, Non-Cycloveleko, John Walsh, James Webb, Alan Yentob, Hisham Zamin, John Zarabel. 4th edition 2012. The 4th edition of the Marrakech Biennale opened on the 29th of February and was coordinated by Jessica Bannister. The 5 days opening was titled Surrender and consisted of performances, debates, talks and screenings, as well as the opening of the main visual arts exhibition on the 1st of March. Higher Atlas, a major exhibition curated by Dr. Nadim Salman and Carson Chan, took place at the Teta Royal, Kouto Ubi Assistance Bank El Maghreb, Cyber Park Arsat Moli Abdeslam and Dar Al Marman in Marrakech. Hiker notes reverie and transcendence. Higher Atlas suggests a cartography of the beyond. All works were new site-specific commissions, conceived and created on location with local craftspeople and manufacturers. Over 30 international artists, architects, writers, musicians and composers showed the work, including Karthik Pandian, Juliana Serkera-Light, Jürgen Meyer-Age, Andrew Ranville, Felix Kieseling, Finn Boggy-Petcherson and Turner Prize-nominated Roger High-Orns. The exhibition sought to engage in an expansive dialogue with the city. Participants: Visual Arts, Alexandra Domanovich, Anri Sala, Alex Schweder and AMP, Cardia Karolo, Alexander Ponomarev, Andrew Ranville, Barco Leibinger, Frank Barco and AMP, Regine Leibinger, Project Architect, Gustav Jusing, Christopher Mayo, Coco Rosie, Ellen Hanstetter, Ethan Hayeshoot, Eva Grubinger, Fauzi Latiris, Felix Kieseling, Finn Boggy-Petcherson, Florian and AMP, Michael Quitrebert, Gideon Lewis Krause, Hadley plus Maxwell, Hassan Darcy, Joe Clark, John Nash, Juliana Serkera-Light, Jürgen Meyer-Age, Karthik Pandyan, Katarzyna Przezwanska, Katya Kamali, Lung Kaiwo, Luca Pozzi, Matthew Stone and AMP, Phoebe Collins, James Megumi Matsubara, Pascal Marthi, Natalia, Roger High-Orns, Cinta Werner, Sophie Erland, Hugh Greenfit, Jans Barber Ali, Film, Alan Yentob, Anthony Horowitz, Dominic West, Fauzi Bensedi, Hitcham Larcy, Jill Green, Kevin MacDonald, Lamia Krabi, Lubna Asabal, Michael Souvenir, Mohammed Bakram, Matthew Bannister, Nargis Nayar, Susie Gillet, Literature, Abdrahim El Kasser, Ali Ben Maklouf, Anthony Horowitz, Ben Okri, Camille de Toledo, Driss Kazikes, Jeff Dyer, Latifa Bakr, Omar Berada, Pankaj Mishra, Rabia Rayan, Ryan Malan, Sahir Rahmani. 5th edition 2014. The 5th edition of the Marrakech Biennale took place from February 28 to March 30, 2014, under the patronage of His Majesty King Mohammed VI. The MB5 was attended by over 450 artists, including more than 100 Moroccan artists. It had over 30,000 visitors. It mobilized more than 80 sponsors and patrons and invited over 150 international and national journalists and professionals. Thanks to an extensive program, as well as the quality of the artists and media coverage, the event got ranked among the top 20 biennials in the world. Visual Arts, curated by Hicham Khalidi. The exhibition, curated by Hicham Khalidi, invited 43 artists from Morocco and several other countries. The vast majority of the artworks were site-specific, produced in and inspired by the context of Marrakech. The art pieces were diffused between the venues of the 16th-century El Bardi Palace, the Darcy said, which houses the Museum of Moroccan Arts, the former Bank El Maghreb in the middle of the Jamia El Fna Square. This square is the pulsing heart of the Medina of Marrakech, and it has been defined by UNESCO as a masterpiece of the oral and intangible heritage of humanity, and a unique Art Deco building in the area of Gel is called La Blasa, which is now the headquarters of the 6th edition of the Marrakech Biennale in 2016. Singing Maps and Underlying Melodies, curated by Clara Meister, in collaboration with STIFF, Kamar Studios and Moroccan musicians. FREQ_Art10 is commissioned by Thyssen Bornemissa Art Contemporary. Artists: Adriana Lara, Agnes Maya Brandes, Anne Verhuizen, Azam Wilkif, Burak Arikan, Kan and Amp, ASLI Altai, Serdet Eric, Charif Ben Helima, Eric Van Hove, Gabriel Lester, Gita Kamlichi, Hamid El Kanbuhi, Hamza Holubi, Hassan Khan and Amp, Ibtesam Gajda, Hibakamlichi, Hichim Benahud, Imanisa, Jelilia Tikus, J.G. Thirlwell, Kada Atta, Katarina Zadjela, Katinka Bok, Karen Sitter, Khalid Sabsabi, Lily Rayno, Jewett Max, Bufadul, Mohammed Arejdal, Munira Solh, Mustafa Akram, Pamela Rosenkranz, Patrick Wokmeni, Rhonda Marafi, Sardana FIF, Sandra Neeson, Sout Radio, Saad Marjoub, Shazad Dawood, Tala Madani, The Naked Joafi Halushel Kariasti, Walid Raj Yasin Balbj, Sweep Yuns, Ramoon, Zainab Kamlichi, Anna Ceehb, Jane Ilson, Brandon Labelle, Carl Michael Van Housewolf, Christine Odland, Franz Pomassi, Jacob Kierkegaard, J.G. Thirlwell, Kamar Studios, Kent Tancred, Leafy Bowman, Leif Elgren, Maya Erstad, Mike Harding, Peteri Nisanen, Tommy Gromnan, Cinema and Video. curated by Jamal Abdel-Nasser. Cinema and video considered contemporary creations from North Africa in dialogue with other regions, particularly Sub-Saharan Africa and the Middle East, with the participation of the pioneering founder of the Festival of Video Installation Casa Projecta, Jamal Abdel-Nasser. Video installation as a hyphen between film, visual art, and performing art was very present in this edition. The film screenings and round tables were combined by a carte blanche to the legendary Cinémathèque de Tanger, with a carte blanche to La Cinémathèque de Tanger. Participants: Amir Rouhani, Hassan Darsi, Hichima Ismail El-Iraqi, Mohammed El-Baz, Mohammed Lali, Sukina Hashem, Jacquot Kabaj, Jasmine Haji, Youssef Outra. Literature, curated by Driss Sykes, led by the Moroccan writer and theatre author Driss Sykes. The literary discipline promoted access to public space through a series of roundtables as well as performative lectures, connecting performing art and literature. These events took place in the Royal Theatre, a contested theatre and opera house built in the late 70s yet never used as such. Playing on this, it was also the main venue of the previous edition of the Marrakech Biennale. The literature section also took place in Riyadh. Denise Masson, the house of the first women who ever translated the Quran into French and Dutch era, the oldest house of the Medina. Finally, the exhibition opened to the most public space of the city as it merges with the visual art exhibition in the main square Jamia El-Fna, fusing the new and the old. Participants: Abdul Majid Arif, H.R.L. Beloui, Ali Safi, Ashmael M. Rabe, Garla Ben Sheikh, Hamza Boulais, Iman Zero Wali, Jawar Sunani, Late Efa, R.A. Michael Willis, Mohammed Sghir Junja, Munir Ben-Ani Krabi, Munir Ben Salah, Ulfa Youssef, Raja El Muatarif, Said Boutas, Salou Zahuni, Sani El Aji, Mohammed Fatika, Sophia Hadi, Tayyib Belghazi, Eve Gonzalez Quijano. Performing arts curated by Khalid Tamer. Performing arts was organized by the founder of Al-Wana, the public space festival in Marrakech, Khalid Tamer. He created a circulation that reimagines the relationships of public space to both outsiders and natives between several venues of the Biennale. This movement is organized as a dialogue between the contemporary and the traditional, connecting the two areas where the Biennale took place, the more traditional space of the Medina and the modern area of Galiz, the first area built outside of the Medina fortifications starting in 1913. The main purpose of this circulation in the public space is to invite the immediate and spontaneous audience to participate in the Biennale by interconnecting the main venues. Participants: Collectif, Les Scotches Eclairs, Philippe Allard et Mbarek Berchichi, Sandrine Dole. 6th edition 2016. Dates: the 6th edition of the Marrakech Biennale will take place from February 24 to May 8, 2016. In support of the positive results and the exceptional impact of the 5th edition, the coming edition will summon artists and professionals around the theme "Not New Now" that will examine key issues of the artistic and cultural development in the Red City. The curator for the 6th edition, the Marrakech Biennale, has chosen as curator the dynamic Reem Fadda, currently Associate Curator of Middle Eastern Art for the Guggenheim Abu Dhabi project. The programming will take a multidisciplinary approach to unite and introduce artists and works primarily from the Arab world, the Mediterranean region and Sub-Saharan Africa. Curatorial concept: abstraction, action art, Africa, Arab world, civic awareness, cultural resistance, decolonization, defeat, incendiarism, intangibility, junk art, materiality, minimalism, new, now, purpose, recycling, responsibility, responsiveness, survival technologies, urgency. How do we surpass the cultural orientation towards newness that same culture inherited from the modern ideal, which in thinking advancement has caused for hollow consumption. The postmodern order recycled the past and packaged it in the mere service of the new. Then, is the search from the new, with its inherent aspirations for discovery and truth, a mere escapism? Could we simply reject the new? We are caught in a temporal ping-pong that oscillates between future and past, seemingly disregarding the present. For if the new, as a cultural and material trope, is bound to the future, and history is anchored to the past, how and when are we left to emphasize the now? Could the surmounting political urgencies, the tremors of earth, that growing wasteland, the vestiges of materials, bones, and boats in shores and art alike, the calls for responsibility and ecology, all be heard beckoning for this shift of time focus? This is the time for a heightened civic awareness, focusing on action and responsiveness. Marrakech is Africa and the Arab world. They are throbbing all at once. The city lends itself as a site bare of white walls, to look at art from within the larger continent. Through the Biennale, we will examine how art is used formally, as a means for cultural resistance, and how ideas, ranging from abstraction, minimalism, recycling, junk art to creative survival technology, are becoming pervasive from past-present experiences that occurred there. The Biennale looks at the legacies of decolonization, in addition to its failures, as one of the origins that has inspired contemporary art to embrace incendiarism, criticality and radicalism. The Biennale's premise also builds on the intangible, a long-standing history of Pan-Afro-Arab and Afro-Asian unity. Through critically investigating socio-political projects, cultural partnerships, intellectual provocations and art movements that have led to many shared artistic tendencies, public heritage sites of Marrakech, such as Palais El Badi and Palais Bafia, will witness a variety of works from installations to site-specific commissions by a group of international artists focusing on Africa, the Arab world, and its diasporas. Performances, exhibitions of archives, film programs, seminars, lectures, and even conferences will provide for an art structure that looks at and interrogates these cultural commonalities and interlaced relationships. The Marrakech Biennale 6 will consist of the main exhibition curated by AiM Fadra and assistant curator Ilaria Conti. It will also include interjections by collaborating curators Omar Berada, Salma Lalu and Fatima Zahra Lakrissa. Simultaneously, a selection of partner and parallel projects will also be on view across various parts of the city. Main exhibition. Participating artists: Talal Afifi, Hagai Vazian, Elanatsui Tarkatui, Kada Dana Awatani, Waitio Barada, Isaac Burbik, Dinio Seshibo Pape, Farid Belkahia, Ahmed Bouanani, Tuda Bouanani, Mohammed Chebar, Manthia Diawara, Melvin Edwards, Ali Safi, Khalil El Grib, Sam Gilliam, David Hammonds, Mohsen Haraki, Mona Hatoum, Sandy Hillel and Alessandro Petty, Saba Inaba, Bushra Khalili, Radhika Kimji, Rashid Kaura Ichi, Al Loving, Khalid Malas, the Jibril Diop Mambeti, Jumana Mana, Ahmed Mehta, Megumi Matsubara, Muhammad Melehi, Naim Mohair Eman, Muhammad Morabiti, Radouan Mariziga, Oscar Murillo, Sarah Suhadu, Joanne Aziz Palau, Khalil Ribai, Superflex, Rayan Tabe, The Otolith Group, Eric Van Ho, Adrian Villa Arocas, Fatih Dezemuri. Parallel projects: Astabrak Al-Ansari, Oman; Layla Al-Aswi, Morocco, France; Jasmina Al-Aswi, Morocco, France; Hiba Y. Armene, Egypt; Yunzat Bain, Morocco; Emma Brack, Canada, Norway; Sadi Chouet, Belgique; Celine Croze, France; Morocco; Sarah Friquet Chand, Lucas de Hall, Netherlands. Huda Gorbel Awadi Mhiri, Tunisia. Marco Guerra, United States. Nadine Hatem, Iraq, Australia. Muna Jemal, Siala, Tunisia. Emo Dimaderos, Benin. Nadia Amounir, Egypt. Patrick Morarescu, Germany. Bärbel Müller, Jürgen Stromer, Stephanie the Retz Barker, Austria. Amin al-Makki, Morocco. Ben Rivers, England. Wenda Mimijigan Gashore, Ethiopia. Mohammed Abdelkrim, Egypt. Churu Kirsch, France. Morocco. Fana Wagi, Aida Muluna, Emmanuel Tejin, Ephraim Solomon, Tamrat Gezahengna. Arts in Public Space. Blonde and Amp Giles, Switzerland. Allard van Horn, Netherlands. ZBEL Manifesto, Morocco. Anahita Razmi, Germany. Partner Project.